Hey, what's happening, YouTubes? Haven't talked to you guys in a little while. Today, well, actually yesterday, I got a very little special package in the mail, and I got some 10 balls, some 10 ball bearings. I got the 5-pack, and when I got my 5-pack, the first thing I did is I grabbed my bearing removal tool, took apart my nicest spinners, and I replaced the majority of them with 1-drops. Now, the ones that don't have 1-drops are going to be this one, and this one. The reason why I want to point that out is because these are all still smooth. My wife got this new. This is her spinner. It has not really been spun much since we got it. It's never been taken out of the house. It still spins beautifully. But there's some feedback in the bearing. I can feel it. I can hear it. Let me go ahead and mute this music so you guys can hear it. You can maybe hear that little whisper, ring. Anyways, I want to point that out with that bearing and with the pie bearing, because I also bought Spinetics premium hybrid bearing that they have, and the stock bearing that comes in the rotor blades. The stock bearing that comes in the rotor blades is also fantastic, but you can also kind of hear it. It's not totally silent, none of these are, but when I install the 1-drops in these bearings or in these spinners, holy shit, dude. The first one I tried out was the stubby. I had to do it the right way, and the right way was crap, where the hell did I put my, lost it, where'd it go? Oh no, it's on the bottom one. I had to go get Loctite, so I got this Loctite blue 242. I removed the bearing using my bearing press tool, and I put it on, and you can tell that I put it on because if you look super closely, probably not going to be able to pick it up in the camera, but there's just the hint of blue going around the outside of the bearing. Now, I did make sure to seat it well, and after I let it cure for 20 minutes, because that's the recommended minimum time to let it set, I tried it out, and immediately I felt the difference. Immediately. I'm talking on the first flick, and it hasn't changed since yesterday. I've been playing with my stubby the whole day today. I also took my Thrax to work. Took my Thrax to work today. And the thing that sucks is I let little kids touch this. Little kids are dirty. I don't know how, but from me passing it to these little kids, they got some grit inside the damn bearing. I could feel it. I can feel the feedback. I hate that. I hate that my freaking spinner that I just got with the 1-drop bearing in it, it's already dirty. So I have to clean it up. Now, the thing that sucks about the 1-drops is that they're shielded. So I mean, to keep it clean, it's great. Somehow it still got dirty, but I'm not sure if I'm supposed to de-shield them or not. And I did that to one of them. I did that to this one right here. 4 out of the 5 bearings that I got were in perfect condition, and one of them had a little bit of grit to it. So I had to take the shields off, and I put it in alcohol, and I think it alleviated the issue. I'm hoping so. But I'm going to show you what the difference is between the 10 ball and the these are like the generic ones you get in the Spinetics. So you can see the difference in the sidewalls. That the 10 ball is much thicker, and those balls are a lot smaller. You can fit 10 of those in there. Camera's having trouble focusing on it, but I'll show you guys what that looks like. There you go. So I got home today and I wanted to make this video because I wanted to show off 10 balls. I wanted to tell you guys how good they are, and I figured I might as well install one on my wife's mini brass while I'm here. And it's super quick to do. I made this tool at Home Depot using $5 worth of parts. It's not very hard to use. you have this little spacer thing. I'm gonna get the Mini Falcon. Take the caps off. You're gonna pop that right onto the rod. Now it's already centered, so you don't have to worry about it. Put a washer on. Put a wing nut on. And you gotta start tightening it down. Now, some of these bearings are put in here really well. Some of these I can break with just my hand, like this one. Others, it's like the, where is it at? Where are you at? This bastard right here. This was a pain in the ass to take off. I had to use pliers to take the bearing off of that one. But there you go, I'm done with that. Now, there was nothing wrong at all with the bearing that was in this Mini Falcon. There was nothing wrong with it. But I just really prefer the one drops. So there you go. Body's out. Any gunk in there? I'm looking on the inside. You guys can't probably see it, but I'm looking to see if there's any gunk on the inside, because sometimes the Loctite or the glue that they use, you'll see residue. Nope, I don't see much residue. Alright, cool. And where did I leave? Where'd you go, bro? Leave it over here? Did I put it back in here? Oh shit. Oh no, here it is. Oops. Put this right there. Now, since these are pressed, well, that sucked. Cut off my freaking video. Bastard Samsung. Don't let you make a longer than 7-minute video. Anyways, so I'm putting the bearing in. Put the nylon washer or nylon spacer right behind it, and I'm just gonna twist. Just putting it in with pressure slowly, because I was told that you can bend the bodies on these. So try not to bend your spinner. Is that about right? Let's give it a little. There you go. Bam, baby! Look at that. One drops in there now. Flush on both sides. Yup. Put the buttons back on and good to go. Now this one's de-shielded and I cleaned it yesterday. Man, bummer. I wish I could have fixed this bearing, but I did send out One Drop an email yesterday. Letting them know, hey, you know, I got a bum bearing, and hopefully, you know, they take care of me. But it still spins pretty damn smooth compared to the other 8-ball that came in the Fly with toys. But when it came to these ones, holy shit! Like, especially on this Mini Maelstrom, man, this is a new beast. It's so smooth, and you can't even hear it. Yeah, me. Not a thing. Even I can't hear it, and I'm right next to it. And I'm not getting any feedback in the bearing. Usually when you get a spinner and you've had it for a while, you'll feel little ticks and jumps in the bearing, because that's little grit that's inside of it. But now with these ones, man, and my Thrax, before those freaking kids got it dirty, it was spinning great too. Now it's audible. Now you can hear it, and this is a sealed one. I think I showed that already on camera, right? Yeah, that's a sealed one. You know, but the stubby is still spinning like beautiful. My other Mini Falcon, stainless, also spinning like beautiful. You know, with these ones, I used to get that metallic ringing noise. With the stubby and the Mini Falcon, they would both make the noise, kind of like how the titanium stubby does. You know, you hear like a slight ringing, and so I guess that's from the actual bearing. I thought it was from the body itself, you know, vibrating. And I guess the tolerances on the One Drop bearings are just so small and minuscule that they just don't give that amount of play in the bearing. Because I can tell you right now, yeah, there's still wobble when you're changing the axis and the stubby, but not as much as there was before. You know, these buttons, holy crap. Like, the movement for the buttons is almost non-existent. You can, here, let me show you guys on camera. That's it. You know, I wish I could show you guys before I took the mini Falcons off how much you can move the buns on those ones, because you can move them quite a bit, you know. And this one has a 1-drop in it too. It shows you more of how much it moves, but compared to the noise it makes, it's almost nothing, man. So anyways, if you guys are on the fence about getting a 1-drop bearing, definitely pick one up. You're not going to regret it. I will tell you, like all other bearings, they are fragile. If you do drop your spinner and you know, you start hearing a grinding noise, or you start to feel little skips and hops even after you cleaned it, then your bearing is most likely ruined. You know, you could try to save it. Try putting it in an alcohol bath, scrubbing it with soap and water, drying it completely. But honestly, if it doesn't get fixed with that, and you still have hops and skips, then it's just not worth it. Stop messing with it. I mean, unless you're okay with having a, you know, a messed up bearing. If you want to replace it, spend the extra couple bucks, get yourself a 1-drop. Totally worth the cash. Then again, hey guys, thanks again for watching. Sorry I'm a little if you guys have any requests for any future videos, please let me know. Please don't subscribe to my channel. I'm not in this for money. I'm more into this just for the hobby. Talk to you guys soon. Peace.